delicious breakfast burritos.
Our favorite spot.
Yeah. Look how fat that is.
Poor guy.
My God, I just found an elk set.
My God. Like, oh my dear God. Finally found one. The first spot we went to, we couldn't get across the creek. We didn't really plan for that, so it was kind of raging pretty good with the runoff, so we went to another spot pretty close to where KK found her first brownie like a week ago, and we're just gonna go hit it and go. I think it hit some new country stuff we haven't seen before. But as soon as we pulled up, there was some kids talking on the radio, saying they had some a hard one and a hard white and a couple chalks. So people are still out hitting the hills. Pretty cool. Some kids getting out and hitting the hills. So let's get to it. What do you think? You ready?
Yeah, I wish my ONX would load.
Park the Rav in the shade. Gonna go hit all this pinions and junipers again. Sorry if it's a little windy. We came up to a point up here and KK was literally like, it's a good glassing point, and I was like, yeah, it is. And we've hiked back in here and we're right between two sections of private using our ONXMaps to get back in here. And I stopped for a second. KK says, there's a shed. And I'm like, where? Right there. She's asking, where's the mule deer sheds as well? Well, got our first one, I guess. Sweet. Check it out. What do you got? Oh.
It's a nice little shed.
Whoa, it would have been way nice if he didn't bust off his beam. He busted off right there.
Oh, right there.
Yep. Otherwise, he would have been a pretty nice one.
Dang. I didn't even know that.
What the heck's going on with that thing? That would have been... Is that like an extra split then? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. Nice. Sweet find. Alright, go for it. Official pickup.
Yeah, he's all busted right there, huh?
Yeah. That's super cool. Man, he would have been a really unique one if I busted that off.
What is that? A right side or a left side?
Right side.
Like this?
Yep.
A little busted right there, too.
Maybe a little fighter, huh?
Heck yeah. Even that's a little busted. Cool. It's still got hair on it. Easy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right here.
That's sweet. Cool find.
Cool. Man, look how those break.
First mule deer brownie. Hey, the last brownie you found, mule deer shed was busted too.
Yeah, it was.
It was like shattered off.
So now I must go up to this fence line.
Right along the fence line, good spot.
Straight uphill. Yo.
Right at the bottom?
No, it just seems so round versus like, you know, like a shed where it's more like
Yeah,
spread out this way.
right.
This one seems more like straight.
Yeah, you can totally see it in this. Right there. This is the green bush I'm talking about, right? That one. So there's the fence line. Where's that triple thing? Right there. So there's the triple thing. Do you see that? Like right where the red record button is.
Okay.
Okay. And then there's that tripod post right there in the middle of the screen. Right?
Okay.
And literally it's right. There's the tripod post. It's right there. So see that little tripod post and see this green tree right here? Well, I thought I glassed the shed from the top where KK found her muley, and we sat here after, I don't know, 20 minutes of contemplating and finally came up with it is an elk shed. It is probably a hard white or a brownie from this year because it's out in the open, so it's a little white.
Yeah.
And it is on private property. The good thing about that is that I have already spotted one shed on this private property and contacted the landowner and they let me go get it. So hopefully I can give her a call back and she'll let me go back and pick this one up too. It's in a little different spot, but yeah, still pretty sweet. She's probably going to ask how I found it again and I have to be like, I glassed it up again.
From like a mile.
From like from like way too far away.
Yeah.
It was laughable. I thought it was sticks. I mean, it was pretty laughable
It
how
looks
far
like sticks in my binoculars.
It
In
looked-
its binoculars, it looks like a shed. In mine, looks like a little pile of white.
Vortex, man. These things are money. I love Vortex. They're freaking awesome. Get to see so much stuff. That's the second shed I've glassed up this year just from binos, from using the Vortex.
Yeah.
Both of them were pretty far away. This one's further
This one's a.
than the last
when
one.
you originally saw it, like we were way closer now than when you
Yeah.
originally thought you saw it.
Yeah, it's
So far.
it's way over there. It was laughable at first. I was like,
Yeah.
she said I would have to buy her lunch if I took her over there, because it's a trek
It's a trek. Yeah.
all the way down this bottom, and then back up another 300 feet, I bet, straight up to it, and it's right on the fence line. But laying tines up out in the sun, it's getting baked on. Gotta call her and get that thing picked up soon. But I think we're gonna head back to the truck and then go get some snacks. Maybe it's a little windy. Go get some snacks. Maybe go hit another little spot for about an hour. But 2 today, so got the mule deer shed and glassed up an elk. So not bad for today. 2 so far.
Look at these adorable little cactuses.
Cacti.
These are the pretty little ones that bloom and they get bigger and they're so pretty. Pokey, dangerous.
There's KK
And beautiful.
with my next elk shed
He's so far away.
on that ridge. Right there.
Hawkeye. He's his new nickname.
We're back at the truck. We're getting some snacks now. We went like 2.5 miles and we got 2 sheds. We got a little mule deer shed and the one that I glassed up. Hopefully I can go get it. What are you eating? Chewy.
A chewy box?
The go-to.
The go-to. He's crazy.
Oh, I just got really nauseous. And I got kind of nauseous all set. I thought I was going to throw up. Gonna go with some Mount Ops Ignite Tiger's Blood. That's my favorite flavor so far. Out of the two I've tried. Just like a snow cone when you're a kid.
What did I learn from today's trek? I didn't learn anything. I confirmed that Heath glasses 2 miles out, but doesn't look right in front of him. Hence, me finding that shed, walking right behind him. Tell us what else you learned.
I also learned that ONXMaps is super handy on your phone. So if you don't have ONXMaps, get it. It's legit, especially like here in Colorado. Landowners don't have to make a fence line or post where their private property is. Also, there's a bunch of cattle fences everywhere for cattle grazing rights. So sometimes you think a section might be private, and it might actually be public. That's what happened to us. We've actually were shed hunting where KK found her horn last time. We hit a fence line that we thought was the private fence line, and then after doing a little more investigating on Onyx, we found that there's a little strip of public that we could actually access. And right on that little strip of public is actually where she picked up her mule deer shed today. So pretty cool. So you use your ONXMaps, and they're really handy, especially in states like Colorado where the land could be private or it could be public. It's not posted, but if you use ONXMaps, it's pretty dang accurate.
Hello, hello. We heard some shed hunters on one of the channels earlier when we very first got here, and I'm trying to find them. Can anybody hear me?
Those shed hunters don't want to be friends with us.
Nobody wants to be.
If you're watching this, though, you should hit us up on the radio, man. We'll come film your pickups. We just want some shed hunting friends, guys.
Preferably with llamas.